India is a vast country with over 350 million students. That's more than any country in the world. With all of these students comes the great task of providing high quality, relevant education to all of them. One of the most crucial subjects of the 21st century is, of course, computer science, a subject that is given utmost importance in developed countries. In India, however, it is very difficult to supply computers to every one of those 350 million students, especially when even the cheapest computers or laptops come at around 15 to 20,000 rupees. If only there was a cheaper, more cost-effective solution. How about a computer that only costs 3,000 rupees? Let's see it in action. Real quick, this is a generic keyboard, HDMI for the display, and USB-C for the power. Now this is the real meat, or you could say the brains of the system. Now this is the Raspberry Pi Model 3, and it's a really powerful alternative to a modern desktop. Now, before we get started, I'd like to show off this prototype for what the finished product might look like. Now, I've nicknamed this Pluto. The keyboard would go here, the Pi would go here, and this is where the display would go. Unfortunately, I've not been able to acquire a display, which is why I'm using this television over here. Now, real quick, I'm going to log in. If you can see that. Alright. Now that we have logged in, you can see there's a beautiful display, or I should say a desktop. Now, let's start the terminal, and quickly, let's go over some of the statistics. Alright, so over here you can see the CPU usage is at only 8%, which is really good considering this is only 3,000 rupees, which is much cheaper than, any modern desktop. That's, around 20,000 rupees. But what's even more impressive is the RAM usage. So as you can see, it's only 100 megabytes. And with 100 megabytes, you have this whole display, huge display, transitions, animations, the whole enchilada, which I think is just phenomenal. Anyways, now, one of the most important parts of computer education is, of course, programming. And that's quite intuitive to do over here. So this is actually the text editor, but it's not any normal text editor. In fact, it's a full-blown terminal IDE, integrated development environment, which I've actually custom-made for this. And it's built on NeoVim. And what you're seeing here is actually the source code for this desktop, which I also made for this system. Now this is all really good stuff. I'm going to quit. Now this can also run most, programming languages. One of the really popular ones is Python. So let's start Python now. As you can see, we have a Python shell. Let's say I wanted to print something, or to do on one hand. One. Let's say one print one. So as you can see, it printed 1. Alright, I'm going to exit now. And there are a lot of other features here. So, for example, a PDF reader for reading books, and even a terminal web browser. And there are a whole slew of other features you can find on the GitHub. Alright, now you might be wondering, what's the innovation here? Well, the innovation is in the operating system. So this system uses LightOS, which is a functional, powerful, and extremely fast and efficient operating system. This is in contrast to most operating systems, which lie on a spectrum from either powerful and easy to use, but extremely resource intensive, to extremely light and minimal, but need a lot of expertise to use. LightOS has the best of both worlds, leveraging lots of innovation and innovative approaches. LightOS uses only about 100 megabytes of RAM, 7.8% of CPU usage, and around 0.2 to 0.3 watts of electricity. The desktop it uses is based on DWM and is made in C, and comes with a lightweight IDE based on NeoVim, and is written in Lua. Most of the applications on it have been made from the ground up and tailored for educational use. All in all, It's a pragmatic system that can run on extremely low-end hardware with high performance.